Cashback is probably one of the most popular incentives you see credit cards offer. But which cards have the best cashback for you to add to your wallet? We'll go over that today by ranking the top credit cards, their spending categories, introductory bonuses from worst to best. Starting with the last place on this list, the Citi Custom Cash Card, which allows you to earn 5% cash back on your top eligible spending categories. These categories include restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, and a few other options. Outside of the top categories, you'll earn 1% back on all other purchases. And the reason why this is lowest on the list is because it's great that you have the ability to earn such a high percentage on the top categories, but you're actually limited to $500 spends per billing cycle, aka per month, and then it's only 1% back after that. Next is the US Bank Cash Plus Visa Signature Card, which allows you to earn 5% back on two categories you choose. But this time its limit is higher, up to $2,000 each quarter on your first combined eligible purchases. So that's $8,000 per year compared to $6,000 with the Citi Custom Cash. Plus you'll be able to earn 2% cash back on one everyday category like gas stations, grocery stores, or restaurants. Then it's 1% cash back on all other purchases. However, unlike the Citi Custom Cash Card where you can earn 5% on restaurants, gas stations, and grocery stores, with the US Bank Plus Visa Signature Card, you're limited to things like fast food, home utilities, department stores, and a few more, making the 5%, in my opinion, less appealing. Next is the Capital One Quicksilver, which allows you to earn 1.5% cash back on every purchase. You don't even have to think about which category you'll use it for or if there's a limit on said transactions. Plus, the rewards won't expire for the life of the account. The simplicity of this card is amazing, and if you want a card where you don't have to think about much, a flat rate cashback card like this is great. But if you do know that there's one or two categories like gas, groceries, or dining, then there's some other cards further down this list that might be better for you. Next is Bank of America Custom Cash Reward Credit Card. And believe it or not, this was actually my first credit card. It provides you with the ability to earn 3% cash back on your choice of a few categories, including dining, travel, gas/EV charging stations, and a few other options. In addition to that, you can also earn 2% back on grocery stores and wholesale clubs, as well as 1% cash back on all other purchases. But this card has a limit of $2,500 per quarter on combined purchases of your 2 to 3% categories. Then it's 1% after that. I will say this card has the highest limit of all three custom cashback cards on this list, which is why it's so high. Next is Wells Fargo Active Cash Card, which allows you to earn unlimited 2% cashback rewards on all of your purchases. This is a simple card that's great for everyday use and is a step up from the 1.5% cashback you'll get with the Capital One Quicksilver. In addition to the 2%, this card also has a rare benefit that you almost never find on a card without an annual fee, and that's that you get up to $600 of cell phone protection against damage or theft when you pay your cell phone bill with the card. Next is probably one of the most popular credit cards out there, and it's a Citi Double Cash Card, which allows you to earn 2% cash back, or as you may have more commonly heard, unlimited 1% back when you buy, plus an additional 1% as you pay. Now, what you may not know is that this card also allows you to earn 5% cash back on hotels and rental cars, all booked through the Citi Travel Portal up until the end of this year. This is great, but there are still some cards in this list that have higher percentages of cash back on some very popular spending categories, like the Chase Freedom Flex, which allows you to earn 5% on different categories up to $1,500 every quarter. And unlike the custom cash cards from earlier in this video, these categories rotate throughout the year, so you get to maximize the cash back for each quarter. With the Chase Freedom Unlimited, you also have the option to earn 3% cash back on drugstore purchases, dining, including takeout and eligible delivery services, and then 1% on all other purchases. Now, this card is great, but there is still one more Freedom card I personally like even more. With that said, the next card is the Chase Freedom Unlimited, which is known as one of the best cashback cards out there. And it's pretty obvious when you see that you can earn 5% on travel purchases through Chase Unlimited Rewards, 3% on dining at restaurants and drugstores, and 1.5% cashback on all other purchases. This is also one of the few cards that has an introductory 0% APR for 15 months of opening the account, and also on balance transfers. In addition to that, the Chase Freedom Unlimited also has an introductory bonus of $200 when you spend $500 on purchases in the first 3 months of opening the account. Since this is the last Chase card on the list, I thought I should explain that Chase does have one internal rule that can get you denied for any of their cards, including this one, and that's the 524 rule. It basically states that if you open 5 cards or credit lines in the past 24 months, you won't be able to open any new Chase cards. This rule isn't officially stated on their website, but it's well known throughout the credit card community, so I thought it'd be important for you to know. But one of the biggest benefits of this card is also kind of a hidden rule, and that's that the Chase Freedom Unlimited and the Chase Chase Freedom Flex are part of what's called the Chase Trifecta. The Chase Trifecta is a trio of cards that can be used to maximize your points for travel. And I know what you're saying. Wait, Jabari, I thought that the Chase Freedom Unlimited and Chase Freedom Flex were cash back cards. And they are, kind of. With both of these cards, you can earn cashback points. However, if you have something like the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Chase Sapphire Reserve, then you redeem those points that you earned for travel through the Chase Travel Portal. This is important to know if you ever want to start traveling on points. Now, the second to last card on this list and the second cashback card is the Capital One Saver One, which can earn you 5% cashback on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel, as well as 3% on dining, entertainment, popular streaming services, and grocery stores, then 1% on everything else. As cashback card goes, there are very few that have strong spending categories, especially not 3 categories like dining, grocery stores, and travel. As you've seen from this list, you normally only get 1 and it's normally limited. So to have 3 is amazing. In addition to all of that, this card also has no foreign transactions fee, rewards don't expire for the lifetime of the account, and there's a 0% introductory APR for 15 months of purchases and balance transfers. In addition to that, if you're a first-time card holder, you can also earn a $200 cashback bonus when you spend $500 in the first 3 months of the account opening. One of the best things about the Capital One Saver is that it works similar to the Chase cards, where you can use your rewards that you earn to book flights through the Capital One Travel Portal. This combo is called the Capital One Duo, and just like the Chase cards, Capital One has a couple internal rules as well. The first being that they normally only allow a single person to have up to 2 cards open at a time. The second being that if you have too many cards open in too short of a time frame, they may deny you from getting a new card, especially for their more premium cards. Now, these rules are not listed on any site, but they're known throughout the credit card community, so it's important to take into account when considering which cards you want to open first. But with that said, let's talk about the best cashback credit card, the Blue Cash Everyday card from American Express. This card lets you earn 3% cashback on supermarkets, gas stations, and on online retail purchases, all up to $6,000 to spend per year, then it's 1% after that. In addition to that, it's also 1% on all other purchases. What's really cool about this card is that even though it has a $0 annual fee, it still provides you with a $7 a month statement credit for the Disney bundle, which is a benefit that's valued up to $84 per year, which you normally wouldn't see in a non-annual fee card. So if you're not ready to pay $100 to $700 for a premium card, this is a great add-on benefit. Now, the Blue Cash Everyday card from American Express also has an intro bonus where new card holders can earn $200 when you spend $2,000 in the first 6 months of opening the account. This gives you a little bit longer than most other cards. And lastly, this card also has a 0% intro APR of purchases and balance transfers up to 15 months of the account opening. With that said, this intro bonus and all others can be found with the link in the description. But what if you want to travel more using your credit card points? Well, I go over the best travel credit cards in this video, so go ahead and check it out. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye.